Well, hello again, and welcome to the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel. All right. So, I wanted to talk about this topic because, I it's been very polarizing. Either you love Deion Sanders or you hate him. Regardless, we must give him his due. And I just I'm sort of torn about this particular subject, and I would like to know what each of you feels about the subject, whether you're a football fan or not. Just um, we know that Deion Le- Deion Sanders' celebrity. He's always in the news. Now, if you were around in the 90s when he was winning Super Bowls with the Cowboys and he won one with the 49ers as well, he was larger than life. He still is. And how you doing, Anime? And how you doing, Lions Pride? So I wanted to talk about this topic because it has lit a firestorm. It's all over Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Oh my God, it's everywhere. So I wanted to talk about it. And tell me if you're familiar with Deion Sanders, also known as Prime Time, also known as Coach Prime. Again, he is a larger than life figure. He's, an NFL Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion. Now one thing about him, if you're aware of him, he does not mince words. He's very direct. And how you doing, Terry? So a lot of people, he sort of rubs people the wrong way, and I like what he has done so far as changing the culture at JSU. Also, if you've seen a Football Life, a documentary on his life, he said he did everything for his mother, right? Nobody. He was known as Neon Dion. He's had several names, okay, or acronyms. So just know that I wanted to talk about this topic because it is everywhere, and there is no gray area here. You have people either one. How you doing, Tina and Leslie? They're on one side. You have a group of people. They're very, very angry, and then you have another group of people. They're like, I don't blame Prime. Tell me your thoughts in the comments section. Lions Pride said always loved Deion. He's been very direct since entering the NFL. Exactly, Lions Pride. A lot of people don't like people who are direct. They want people to sugarcoat something sometimes. Joyce says, must know the facts before I know how I really feel. Okay. So, and Joyce, I'm going to go over that. That's why I'm having this discussion. And so, those of you, and I don't watch college football, okay? But I was, when Deion said he was going to JSU, those of you who don't know, JSU, Jackson State University, is an HBCU, a historically Black university, all right, college or university. And so I don't look at college football. I have no interest whatsoever. But I became interested because of Deion Sanders. I was like, oh my God. Now, me being a graduate of an HBCU, we don't get the notoriety. And so when he went to JSU, that was big. That was really big. Lions Pride said, no, Joyce said, Lions Pride. Okay, I understand both sides, but I support Deion and will support JSU. Right. And so, Gina Thorne, how you doing? Gina, tell me what you feel about this topic. And so there are some people very angry at Deion, and they had a mural or something there honoring him on JSU's campus. Someone defaced it. So you have a group of people very, very angry. And when I first heard that he was leaving, now one thing about Deion, again, he's very direct. He told JSU when he got there, this isn't going to be a forever type situation. So he didn't go in hoodwinking them. He went in saying, I'm here for now, and I'll be moving on. I don't know when, but I will eventually be moving on. And so I guess things were going so well, people just assumed, well, he's not going anywhere. And he'll stand up. He's not known as a civil rights person, but when he sees things that aren't right, he has no qualms commenting. How you doing, Patricia? All right. So I'm going to do prime time. Patricia, Gina, let me know what you feel about this. This is all over social media, and people are up. You have a group of people that are very adamantly upset with Deion for leaving JSU, and how could you leave your brothers? And then another group of people, I don't blame him. It's a job promotion. So I was upset that he left. I wasn't angry, but I was upset because I saw the difference he was making. Mississippi, folks, is the poorest state in the union, has been for several years. So I was glad with what he was doing. Gina said I don't think it's wrong for him to leave. Right, Gina? Okay. And sometimes people, we have to personalize it. Think about you and your career. And would you go for a promotion? I would. Okay. And so I had to, even though I was upset with him leaving because of the change that he was making. That's why I was upset. And so what I decided to do, you guys put it in the comment section. What do you feel? What do you know about Deion Sanders? What do you think about this situation? Again, unless you've been up under a rock, everyone is chiming in on it. Joyce said you must always try and do the best you can for yourself and others. Okay, I'm going to go over that right now, Joyce. Right, Gina. A lot of bad things happened to him while he was there at JSU. No one wants to address that, and then some that some of you may not know about. I did some research on this. They broke into his car 7 times. They stole personal items. So all kinds of stuff was going on with him. And why? Okay, this is my thing, folks. We're always saying we need a chance. We need a chance. We need a chance. Well, when we get the chance, then we're angry with the person who accepts the chance. So what do? So what I want to do, you think about this topic and how you feel, put it in the comment section. Let me go through a little timeline. Now, JSU, they have never received any notoriety until prime time. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders got there. So April 30th, okay. Well, I'm going to start. How about I go back? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where it all started, which was 2020, which is when he was hired. So September year 2020, Deion was hired as the football coach at JSU. And those of you, if you're familiar with Prime, he has a lot of swag. And one thing I always loved about Prime Time, he talked a lot of trash, but he always backed it up. He played football, he played baseball. All right, so he always backed it up. September 5th of 2020, he had his debut, his very first game. His team beat the other team 53-0. Zipped them. How you doing, Lola? All right. And so, excuse me, December 14th, 2021, JSU defeated Prairie View A&M, another HBCU, to claim their first SWAC title since 2007. So again, they were really prospering up under Coach Prime. December 14th, 2021, Deion won the Eddie Robinson Award. Those of you that are into HBCU football, Eddie Robinson, an icon, from Grambling State University, who had, I think, the most games won or something like that. Like I said, I'm not into college football. So December 15th, 2021, a 5-star recruit defensive back Travis Hunter goes from, he had planned to go to Florida State. He said, no, I'm going to JSU. I want to be with Prime Time. Okay. So let's be real. HBCUs were created because in the South, African Americans couldn't attend PWIs, predominantly white institutions. So with integration, what happened to all the black talent? The black talent wasn't going to the HBCUs anymore. Where were they going? To PWIs. Because why? Most of them, they want to play in the NFL, and that the PWIs, they get all the notoriety. They're the ones on TV. Okay. Um, okay. Thank you, Gina. And Lions Pride said, I don't think people should look for another coach to bring in like Deion. Just look for one who can elevate. Right. Do more than what he did. Right, Lions Pride. How you doing, Vicky? Vicky said, I support Deion. What God has for you, no one can take away. He had his season there and it was time to move on. Very good, Vicky. And so, even like I told you guys, I was upset initially. And, once I started doing a little research, folks, we never know what's really going on, the backdrop, behind the scenes. And Gina said, Deion put them on the map, so they need to move on to the next. It can be done. Right, Gina? He laid the template, the groundwork. Patricia says, you also have to consider the funds. You know how that goes with those big donors. Right, Gina? Okay. All right. So I'm going to continue. Like I said, I just created a little timeline because I don't know if you guys look at college football again. I don't. Um, so April 24th, 2022, JSU becomes the first HBCU to have a nationally televised spring game airing on ESPNU. Right, Robert? Robert said he went from $300,000 a year to $5 million. He left them in a better position. Right, Robert? And he didn't even take all that money. He took them half of his salary. I found that in my research. Half of his salary went to improving the facilities. And so April 30th, 2022, JSU defensive end James Houston is selected by the Detroit Lions. That was a milestone. All right, November 19th, 2022, JSU defeats Alcorn State to finish the regular season 11-0. How you doing, Patrick? First ever undefeated season in their school history. Final record was 27-5 for Coach Prom's record. Okay, he like I said, he received several awards. JSU received unprecedented national exposure because of Deion's celebrity. Let's just call it what it is. That's what it is. So some people that some videos I was looking at, some articles I was reading. Oh, Deion used JSU to get to Colorado. Well, obviously they used him too. So it was a beneficial relationship on both sides. He brought in top high school recruits. Now, again, most top, recruits, they're trying to go to the big schools, the PWIs, because they want to go and play in the NFL. So the national media swarmed to cover the newest sensation in college football, and it was going on right there at JSU. ESPN's, which I don't look at ESPN, but I found this in my research. College Game Day. They made their first ever visit to JSU. First ever. They'd never been to JSU. And so one other thing I found, right, Vicky? Got them a new field, locker room. Pat, yes, wishing Primetime all the best. If you guys, and obviously I don't want to be copyrighted, but you can see the picture right here. Don't forget, I have links up under in the description box so that you can go in, click on those links, folks. I found out a lot. How you doing, Eric? You guys, please, how you doing, Mo Dollars? Into the bench. You guys that are just coming in, leave me comments in the comment section. What do you think about this topic? A lot of people are angry, saying that Deion is a sellout. He sold his people out to go make more money. Now, those of you that were alive in the 90s like I was, all those big $1 million contracts that Deion received, I'm pretty sure Deion is doing fine financially, okay? And I found out that, Deion, he didn't come out and badmouth JSU. The president of JSU, considered to be part of the Black elite, said he hopes that Deion fails at Colorado. So again, how are we going to complain about not receiving opportunities? And then when we do, it's crabs in a bucket trying to pull someone down. We complain about not having opportunity. He has an opportunity and it's still a problem. You guys tell me what you think in the comment section, because that's crazy. End of the bench. He's an adult. He can do what he likes. God bless him. Go ahead, end of the bench. Tell me what you feel. Lions Pride. I don't watch CU to Colorado to right. They admitted they don't have the money to pay him, but if he leaves early, they got him paying them a fortune. Yeah, Lions Pride. And some of the, some of the people I was watching, some of the videos I was watching saying, well, Colorado just gave him a job to get him away from his people and HBCU because he was pulling in top recruits, taken away from the PWIs. So tell me what you think about this topic. Eric, we're doing well today. I get to take my niece and nephew to play at my work on my day off. Okay, great, Eric. Okay. Paula, how you doing? Tell me what you think about this topic. It's very polarizing, and Deion Sanders is a very polarizing individual. And so, which end of the spectrum are you on? Again, I was upset because he was not only teaching them football, he was teaching those young men, about life. And that's why I was looking at he was changing the culture, trying to make them better, men. And there's nothing wrong with that. And he never, right, Patricia, crabs in the bucket. He never, for the people saying, oh, he left his people, he's a sellout, he told them from day one he was not going to be there forever. Then I found out there's some missing money. Now, JSU financially in 2017, they had to pay some money back to the federal government. Deion Sanders, you guys, you can look at the links, and I shared a couple of articles with you below. Look at that. He talked about how he was selling out. The football stadiums were sold out. The money wasn't adding up. So someone was taking, embezzling the money, diverting it elsewhere. The ticket sales and the money it wasn't adding up. Joyce said more will come out, I'm sure. NFL, you need to get an education first. One injury can finish you practicing. Right, Joyce, trying out. For T, the end of the bench media. Fans don't complain about coaches not having opportunities. Fans support players when they make those complaints. From my POV fans, don't care who the coach is as long as your team wins. Okay, and the Lions Pride. He provided opportunities for JSU, but he opened the door for black head coaches with PWI who also want to become NFL head coaches because that's his goal as well. And that's what I'm saying. He opened up a door for PWIs, and then with the NFL. We've been complaining for years that we need more people of color. Vicky said, I did like the HBCU. Was right, Vicky. They weren't receiving attention until Primetime became an HBCU coach. Eric said, I'll say this, I am a fan of Deion, not particularly, but you're right. It's his life. And the president of JSU, those of you just coming in, said he wants him to fail. How can you say that? And then, prime time, all right. And then when we don't get opportunities, you're still complaining. They won't give us a chance. He's been given a chance, and you're still complaining and saying that you want him to fail? I'm sorry, folks, that's not right. Nobody. How do people expect one man to be right? Nobody. You can't put Black America can't put the weight of, taking care of HBCUs, all of it on Deion Sanders' back. That's not fair. Primetime, Eric, wait. What do you think? Primetime about Deion. So Paula, he did a lot for them while he was there. Got them uniforms with their names on the back. Exactly, Paula. Plane rides to games. He got Michael Strahan to donate gear. He doesn't get credit exactly for everything he achieved. So he did a lot, and now it's like since he left, they don't. They're trying to make him look bad. And those of you just coming in, they defaced. I think it was a mural, a bust, something that was on campus that honored him. Someone defaced it, so they he left, and now they have sour grapes, including the president. The president, to me, of JSU, you're setting a bad example by saying you want him to fail. So don't come to me complaining about we don't get an opportunity when there's one who has an opportunity. You're saying you want him to fail. That's not right, folks. Now, in my opinion, everyone has a different opinion, but I don't think that's right. Eric Walls. Okay, Lion Pride. This is what I don't like about Colorado. If Deion leaves in the first year, he'll owe Colorado 15 million. If he leaves in the second year, 10 million. If he leaves in the third, 8 million and 5 million if he leaves them after that. Right, Lions Pride. So they want him to stay. Um, Vicky said, don't forget someone went into his office. Yes, Vicky, he was being ripped off while he was there, but he still kept on pushing. And like I said, from what I read, you guys need to look at the links I shared with you. Um, uh, okay. He was going through, he was battling. So he had a vision. He wanted to go up. But you know, when people, or have been in positions for years, even though he was doing really well, people get envious and jealous of that. And I think they wanted, from what I read and the videos I watched, they wanted to stifle him. Yeah, you're doing good, but that's enough. So it's sad. It's just sad. Prime time during the weekend and getting upset at my football team. The usual, right? Prime time. I hope they pulled it out. Lions pride. Meanwhile, they don't have his salary now. Right. And again, he didn't come out and badmouth them. And so it been a Lions Pride said, I wish it had been a better school in Colorado, but I support Deion. Right. He did what he could. His time was up. All right. Thank you, Patricia. I didn't know. So the Cowboys did win. All right. So the haters can go back and crawl up under those rocks. Okay. Where they live. All I can say is, you tell me how you feel. And we don't have to, nobody and I were conversing through the week. We don't have to agree on everything. That's fine. No one's going to belittle, call you names. It's all right for people to have different opinions. I welcome that. I engulf that. All right. So Paula said he gave back to his community and he has that right to move on to bigger opportunities. Again, folks, and we don't know. From some of the information I read, I found out, like I said, he was butting heads with administration. Because he's trying to go up, and they just wanted to, remain status quo. So we have to look at both sides of a situation. All right, Paula. Joyce said, I wish education was stressed a little more than, I want to go to the mighty NFL. Right, Joyce? One injury can wipe out the dream. But a lot of people just don't care. Joyce, since you brought that up, I told a coworker this the other day. Students will come to school at 5 a.m. for a basketball practice, and if we ask them to come to school, how you doing, Rhonda? If we ask them to come to the school because they can't read and we're offering free tutoring services, their parents couldn't get them there, but they get them there for basketball practice. Priorities. See, people don't like what I say either, but it's true. And I can't say all I want to say because I'm 4 years out from retirement with the state of North Carolina, as far as education is concerned. But when I retire, then I'll be at liberty to say everything I want to say. How you doing, D? This is sad, and what JSU has done could make it hard for others at Deion's level to follow in his footsteps and coach HBCUs. Right, D? But them, I want him to fail, and just turning on him after all that he did. Rhonda, okay, nobody. I can think Deion is okay and still recognize he's doing great things. Right, you don't have to like someone personally. If nobody, you're absolutely right. We talked about that last week. Look at some of the great things they're doing to inspire and to motivate other people to be better. Nobody did and make coaches reluctant to work. Right, I'm telling Gina, I'm trying, and so he didn't have to go to JSU. They could still be off the map. And he said, I think from what he was saying, God told him to go to GSU. And look at, he left JSU a better place than how he found it. And hey, that's important. Lions Pride said the great thing is Deion stressing both. Right. Deion stressed NFL and academics. And like I said, he taught those boys a lot of life lessons, and if he was in a meeting, because I followed him, and he was talking and somebody was on that phone, he would go off. So he was teaching them life lessons, teaching them to dress nicely, how to be in public. And, you can't put a price on that. Thank you, Paula. And again, as much as it hurt me when he left, I understand. that, you know, when your assignment is up where you are, it's time for you to go. And if you remain there, things are going to go downhill because you're out of place. And I learned that from my own career when I said, oh, I don't want to teach here. I want to go over here. It didn't work. I wasn't supposed to be there. That's how it goes, folks. So I say what we need to do is get behind him and support him. And what Dee said earlier, hopefully we can get someone else of his caliber to come in, to HBCUs. But not if we're gonna, treat them like this when they leave. They're not gonna, we have to do better. We have to do better, folks. That's not right. You can't complain. Those of you just coming in, you know, you can't complain about not having opportunities. And then when we receive the opportunities, you're upset because we, take the opportunities. You can't, that's an oxymoron. You can't do that. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and it's time for us to do our drawing. So if you're here, I'm going to spin the wheel. Okay. Go ahead, tell me in the comment section, folks, what you think as I spin the wheel of fortune here. Those of you, if this is your first time here, thank you for joining the Rolynn's Reviews YouTube channel. And in the description box up under each video, I have links, videos for you to learn more about the topic that we are discussing. Okay. All right. Nobody. All right. We're doing the drawing. Nobody. Don't leave yet. Okay. Terry's not here. I don't think. Is Terry here? You have to be here to win, folks. Let me see. Did I see? No, Terry's not here. Terry, are you here? I see Terry. There she is. Terry, you're the first winner. All right. Let's see. All right. Joyce Frazier saying me. The wheel is spinning. I hope you can see it here. All right. End of the bench. Are you still here? You're winner number 2. All right. Let me spin it one more time. See if I can get one more winner. Okay. The wheel of fortune is spinning, folks. And folks, if you enjoy this content, please share this out on your various forms of social media. All right, Lola, are you still around? Lola. All right. Winners. Terry. End of the bench. And Lola Cowboys. All right, Lola, you are a winner. I think I have your Cash App info already. Now, Terry and End of the Bench, you have never won before, so you're going to have to email me. Okay, Vicki, you're going to have to email me your Cash App info. Now, people who win, all you have to do is leave a comment up under the video in the description box. Once I see that comment, I go to Cash App and I put your little cash prize in there. Thank you all so much. I'm thinking about talking about there's also a firestorm of talking about the Brittany Griner, the trade. If you guys want me to talk about that next week, put that in the comment section. I wanted to do that today, but I knew I wouldn't have time. That's also another firestorm. Patrick, it's a wheel of fortune. If your name comes up, Patrick, you win the cash prizes. Lola, can I get a second? Someone else want me to talk about the Brittany Griner release. There's another firestorm going on because she was traded, and then we let an arms, what's he called? Something of demand of death or something, an arms dealer. We let him go. He was involved in the trade. All right, so I have one. Anyone else want me to talk about the Brittany Griner release? All right, nobody. All right, you guys have it. So I'll talk about that next Sunday. And if you haven't, folks, check out, I did a short video on Brittany Griner's release, so check that out as well. Thank you all. You could have been anywhere on this Sunday. You decided to spend your time here with the Rolynn's Reviews YouTube channel, and it's appreciated, folks. Thank you so much for chiming in. I enjoy your comments, and I look forward to Um, seeing you all next Sunday. We'll talk about the swap. Okay. And so be thinking about what you would like to say in the comment section, folks. Okay. Enjoy your week and be safe. And thank you again for joining the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel.